All right, everyone, I am Misty, and this is Dinner on a Dime. And as you can see, I'm back on my patio. If you're listening real closely, you might be able to hear the cicadas across our back of our property. We'll give them a minute here. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. It's actually kind of pretty. It's almost like a symphony sometimes of all the cicadas in the back trees and greened area back there. We have a big, huge field behind our house where there's an AM/FM radio tower. So it's kind of nice because I don't think we're gonna ever have houses like right up against our back fence because it's privately owned land for the AM/FM radio tower. So tonight's dinner is gonna kind of be a simple one. It's not really anything that I see any value in filming for you guys. I bought some lemon garlic pork loins on sale a while back from Tom Thumb for 50% off. And so I'm just going to throw one of those in the oven. Easy peasy. I'm going to make mac and cheese and probably baked beans out of a can. Nothing fancy, okay? Like Velveeta, shells and cheese, and baked beans. That's going to be dinner tonight. The reason for that is my son has drum lessons today until like 5:15. It'll take us till like at least 5:30 to get home. At 6:30 he has to be at karate because they're doing a kids like parents night out, kids night out type of thing until 11. So it's going to be a quick turnaround between drum lessons and kids night out, and he's going to want to eat before he goes. And so that's why we're just sticking to something easy, something simple. Today's video that you're seeing today, right, while I'm filming this, is the one about ways to prevent dining out. So yeah, it could be just super easy to just be like, you know what, forget it, we're having McDonald's, right? But that's not doing anything to help us meet our goals or stay productive in 2025. Sorry, my shirt's wet. It's really weird. Okay, it must be from sweating or from my Coke can I had. I don't know. So anyways, that would be kind of counterproductive to our goals. So we're not going to eat out. We're going to be good. We're going to eat at home. But again, like I said, I just don't think that meal adds value to the channel, right? Okay. So also, before I get started on today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, right? We looked at analytics this morning, and right now 85% of people that are watching consistently every video aren't subscribed. So it doesn't cost you guys anything. Just click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and then you get notified when new videos come out, because sometimes they don't get pushed to you if you don't hit that notification bell. So you might end up missing something that you would enjoy. So today we're going to talk about 10 ways that you are getting ripped off at the grocery store. Okay. Now I can think of obvious ones, right? There's always been issues with we're raising the price so that we can put things on sale. You got to be careful about that. You've got to be careful about things like mismarked tags, products in the wrong spot. There's lots of different things you can think of off the top of your head. But we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into 10 ways that we're getting ripped off at the grocery store and how we can prevent that from happening, okay? So number one is pre-cut, pre-made, pre-packaged. The pre's, as I'm going to call them. The pre's. Avoiding the pre's. So the pre's are great, and they catch your attention because they provide you with what? Convenience. They provide you with convenience. I don't have to cut those vegetables. I don't have to package those chips. I don't have to marinate that meat, right? The pre's, it's already done for me. Yes, it's already done for you. But guess what? It is done for you at a premium price. Okay, that marinated chicken, way more expensive than just buying the split chicken breasts that are on sale. Those chopped vegetables are going to be more expensive than if you buy bags of vegetables, wash them, and chop them yourself. Okay, the pre's do cost you. Now, the pre's can sometimes still be of value because if they're on clearance, that's when you should stock up on them. So just like tonight's dinner, I'm making that lemon garlic pork loin. Again, that's a convenience food to me. That's a convenience food. But I bought it at 50% off. So it reduces that premium price you're paying and makes it more reasonable. So just remember, whole equals cheaper. Okay, a whole bag of chips is cheaper than the 6-count individual bags. And then you can take that bag of chips and you can split it up into snack size baggies or sandwich size baggies, whatever you want to do with it at home. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll buy big bags of chips. I hate to say this, we haven't done it in a long time, but we're guilty of it. A big bag of popcorn and split it into individual size bags. Why we don't just pop the popcorn ourselves, right? Still kind of a convenience thing. But buying the larger and packaging it smaller. Doing it yourself. Get rid of those pre's, okay? Number 2, multi-buy deals don't always save you money. Okay? So think about it. You see the deal where it's like, buy 2 packs of chicken, get 1 free. And you're thinking, man, that's a great deal. That is a great deal. Except the price per pound at that store might be 3 times as high as the same item being on sale at a different store. Okay, so buy 2 get 1 free is splashy, it's catchy, and it grabs your eye and it says, oh, look, you're getting a deal over here. But you still have to pay attention to those unit prices and those other store prices, or you may still be overspending. And so what I do, in particular, we have one store, Brookshire's, I've talked about it before, that their sale prices are not always a good deal. So I will make a list of like, okay, these are the things in the ad that I'm interested in. And then I will Google what those prices are at like Walmart. And if the Walmart price is the same or less than what the Brookshire sale price is, it's getting marked off. Because that means if it's already the same or cheaper at Walmart, then I can definitely find it even cheaper than that. Okay, by paying attention at Kroger or Tom Thumb or Albertsons or somewhere, right? I can find a better deal. So I have to be careful with those multi-buy deals. So Kroger is a great example of this recently because they've been doing this buy 2 get 3 free on sodas. Okay, on 12 packs of sodas, and that's a great deal. Buy 2 get 3 free. But they're $9.99 for a 12 pack now. So you have to be careful because one week they were running a deal on 24 packs on the same week that they were running the buy 2 get 3 free. Well, if you calculated it out, if you bought 5 of the 24 packs, you were actually spending less per can than you were if you bought 5 of the 12 packs. Okay, and you're getting twice as many drinks, right? So you just have to be careful how you're looking at it and how it works out. So what I'm saying there, the example there is like by buying 5 24 packs at the sale price, it made it like 18 cents a can. Okay, but if you bought 5 of the 12 packs because you did the buy 2 get 3 free deal, they were still like 30 cents a can, but you only had 5 times 12 instead of 5 times 24. You see what I'm saying? So multi-buy deals, not always your best deal. Just be careful on that. Number 3 should be a fairly obvious one, name brand shopping. Okay, how many people are guilty of just going to the store and we only buy items that are name brand, right? So we only buy Kleenex brand tissues. We only buy Cottonelle for toilet paper. We only buy Campbell's for soup, right? We all can be guilty of this. I will give you mine, for example. I like LaSure canned peas. I don't like the store brand peas as well. I like LaSure peas. Okay, well, when it's going in a tuna noodle casserole, guess what? It does not matter. When it's going into a vegetable soup, guess what? It does not matter. So you've got to learn to buy those store brand items when you can. Okay, now if I'm just going to open up a can of peas for Thanksgiving because I want to eat peas, I'm not going to skimp and buy the generic. Okay, I'm going to buy me a can of LaSure peas and I'm going to enjoy my peas. But you get the same quality in a store brand. So when it doesn't matter, like if it's condensed soup and it's going into a casserole, your casserole doesn't care if it's Campbell's or if it's Walmart brand. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's going to cost the same. You're getting the same quality. But guess what? You're saving 20 to 50% on that product. Okay, so it's big savings in your pocket for when those ingredients aren't vital to the dish. Now, like I said, if it's something you're going to eat by itself and you have just an ultimate favorite, stick with that. That's fine. But just like my peas example, if it's going in something else and it's just one ingredient in a lot of different ingredients, that's where you need to be paying attention and getting that savings. Okay, number 4, bottled water. Bottled water. Tap water is fine to drink in most areas. Now, I get there are areas and there are cases, especially even here in the United States, where tap water is not the best, okay? I don't like drinking tap water, but guess what? It's fine. It's not going to kill me. It's just I like bottled water. Now, you could buy a filtration system for your house. You can buy filters and things for your refrigerator. You can buy like a Brita water pitcher. You can do all sorts of things, okay? But drinking tap water, if you need to save money, is an easy way to go. And you can use flavor packets if you want to make it taste a little better and whatever. So you see I stock up on bottled water, right? But I only do that when it's on a really good sale. So on your average week, when cases of water are like $5.49, I'm not at the store buying water. But that's because I stocked up on it when it was $1.99. Okay, so if you want the luxury of bottled water, which I do, make sure you're stocking up on it when it's a good deal. Don't wait until it's too late and you're having to spend $5.49 a bottle. Okay? Number 5 is quit ignoring prices. I see this all the time, where people just go shopping and they just pick up everything they want and they don't pay attention to a single price of anything they're putting in their buggy. Okay? You have to learn to compare your prices between units, brands, and stores. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time up front, but the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, and then the less often you're going to have to do it. Then you're going to get to a point where you're like, yes, I know this is a good deal. I know this is a stock up price. But if you're ignoring your prices, you're just spending money, and you're spending more money unknowingly because you don't realize that that's not a good deal or that that's not a good price on something. And there are times when you're going to ignore a price. Okay, the closest stores to my house are Tom Thumb, which is highly overpriced in my area, and Ann's Health Food Store, which it's all organic and great and everything, but it's very expensive. But if I need one item, okay, so I just need butter. That's it. That's all I need. I am not going to drive 15 minutes into town to go to Target or Walmart or HEB, because even HEB's prices are higher. I'm not going to drive 15 minutes into town to go get the butter, 15 minutes back to come home with the butter, when I can go to Tom Thumb and I can just go ahead and grab butter and come home. That dollar savings becomes less important when you are wasting a larger amount of time and you are wasting gas to go get it. So yes, there are going to be times where I will ignore the price on something, right? I will ignore the fact that I'm going to have to spend a little more on this one item because it is not worth the time spent and the gas spent to go into town. It would make that item end up costing more in the long run. Okay, the next one is eye-level shopping. Stores have worked out their marketing plans and they have worked out their layouts to a T. If you ever wonder why stores do a change in their layout, it is because they have found that you are buying products that fall outside of the zones they are looking for you to shop in, and they will adjust it and they will change it to get you shopping in the way and in the zone that they want you to shop. So guess what they do? All the products they want you to buy and that companies are paying all that prime real estate for are going to be right here. They're going to be eye level and convenient for you. Oh, look, there's that. I'll grab it. Oh, look, there's that. I'll grab it. They don't want you looking up here to see what's up here. And they don't want you looking down here to see what's down here. It's what's right here that matters to a grocery store. Okay? That is what matters. That's where they want your attention, your focus, and your money. Okay? So you've got to learn that higher priced items are the ones that you're going to find at eye level. And that's on purpose. So you've got to look higher and you've got to look lower if you want those cheaper cost items. Okay. So the next one is individual single serve items. Okay. Smaller portions. Great. Great. I am guilty of this sometimes too. Like thinking I will buy this very small can of corn for a recipe, or I'm going to buy these smaller cans of ginger ale so that if someone has a tummy ache, we just drink this one little can of ginger ale instead of a normal size can, right? Or Capri Suns, buying individual Capri Suns when you can now buy Capri Sun liquid in a big bottle, right? Those individual smaller portions are great, but guess what? They cost more per unit. So again, just kind of like our pre's, right? Our pre's. This is like another pre. A single serve is a pre. It's pre-packaged into smaller portions for you, which is great, but they're going to charge you a premium for that. So think about applesauce cups, right? If you can get them for 99 cents a pack, cool. Yeah, go for it all day long. But when you go to the store and it's like $3.49 for generic applesauce cups for 6 small cups, or it's $3.49 to get this big huge thing of applesauce, get the big huge applesauce, put it into bowls when you serve it. Or better yet, you can buy your own plasticware containers with screw on, screw off lids. You can fill those up and stick them in the fridge, and then kids can still pull them out pre-packaged, but then you can reuse those containers over and over again. Okay, so number 8 is they want you to pay extra money for things that are labeled organic or healthy. Okay, it's not just organic anymore. It's healthy. It's grass fed. It's grass finished. It's non-GMO. It's all these different terms. Okay, but do your research on these things. Learn which ones really have an added benefit to your health and which ones do not. Okay, I'm not saying don't go for healthier options when you can. Okay, I'm not about that at all. I'm fine with that. But learn, what are the differences and does it really make a difference to me? Okay, because I'm going to give you some examples. Grass-fed, grass-finished doesn't matter to me when it's going into spaghetti sauce or hamburger helper or sloppy joes or whatever the case may be. The hamburger's going to taste the same no matter what the situation was, and so that doesn't matter to me. If I go to the store and the tube ground beef is $2.99 a pound, or the grass-fed, grass-finished is $7.49 a pound, and it's going in sloppy joes, I'm not paying $7.49 because that grass-fed, grass-finished isn't important for sloppy joes. Okay, now the milk example. Okay, all organic, ultra pasteurized milk that lasts multiple months in the fridge, that's become important to me. And so, yes, I will go to the store and I will spend $7.99 on a gallon of milk instead of $1.99 on a gallon of milk because I don't want to throw away milk every week when it's expired. So you have to learn, okay, which of these items benefits me, which of them is healthier for me, what of those benefits matters to me. Okay, does this benefit matter? Do I care if my produce was all organic or not? Do I care if my chickens were raised free range or not? Learn, do your own research, make your own decision. And if you do decide that something is worth spending more on, you've justified it, right? At least you've done your research and you've justified it. Okay, number 9, fresh labels on previously frozen food. This is a new thing a lot of stores are doing. The food comes in frozen, they thaw it out and label it fresh, and then they stick it on the shelf. And because it is labeled fresh, they can charge you more money for it. Okay, but it wasn't fresh, it was frozen when it arrived at the store. And I say this is the new thing that they're doing. I'm talking about the labeling of it as fresh to sell it for a higher price. Right? I'm sure they've always had products come in frozen that they thaw out and they stick on the shelf. But I wasn't even aware of this until recently, that this was a thing. I really thought if it was fresh, that meant it had never been frozen before. And I had some friends explain to me, no, absolutely not. It's already been frozen before it came to your grocery store. So do be careful on that. You're probably, like, if you've got a butcher block, like an actual butcher shop in your town, or a farmer's market where you can buy fresh meat, stuff like that, that's where your fresh, never frozen is. Your fresh, never frozen is not at your local grocery store for a lot of items. Okay. Then number 10, this one is a big one, is not using your coupons, your money saving apps, your store loyalty card. Okay? I hear so many times people say, I am not giving them my information to use this app because they're tracking my purchases. I'm not going to use a loyalty card because they're tracking my purchases. I'll just keep getting my coupons out of the newspaper, yada, yada, yada. Okay? These companies that are giving you money back or rewards back or loyalty points at your grocery store are not after your private data. They are tracking trends amongst items so that items and companies of those items know what is selling, what's selling well, what's not selling well, what price point are people willing to pay for this item. It's market research, okay? They're not looking into your credit history. They're not looking into your spending habits to the level of like, oh my gosh, Misty buys a lot of chicken. Okay, that's not what they're after. They are after how many packages of Oreos are we selling? Okay, is it worth keeping Oreos where they are on the shelves? Do we need to advertise more for Oreos? Do we need to advertise less for Oreos? Do people only buy Oreos when there's $1.50 cash back? So we know that they're only willing to buy Oreos at a certain price point. Maybe the price needs to be lowered. It's market research, but let it benefit you as a customer, because if you don't, you're missing out on discounts all over the place. Okay, you're missing out on a lot of good things for you as the consumer. And I will tell you this, they already have your data. Okay, the store already has your data. You are ringing up in a digital cash register. They have all the data. All you're doing is making it easier to share it with the companies who want to do the market research on their products. Okay, and it can significantly lower your grocery bill. So I understand in the past people have been cautious about this, but those same people are not cautious about going on Facebook and creating an account or having a simple password for their bank records, right? So people are hacking them every single day. Not every single day, right? But somebody's getting hacked every single day because you're making it easy to do so. But then you're worried about providing a copy of your receipt to Fetch to earn points for gift cards. My Fetch has never been hacked. And even if it was, it's not tied directly to my banking account or any other information. So what, they might steal my points for a gift card? Like, I'm trying to think through why people are so worried about this. Because you're literally putting your whole life out there on Facebook, right? Anyone could use that to their advantage, but you don't want to scan your grocery receipts for points. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So anyways, the other thing is, when was the last time you bought a newspaper for coupons? Okay, if you don't want to get into the digital age of clipping coupons online, using store rewards, all that kind of stuff, you aren't going to get great deals anymore because coupons are pretty much gone. Occasionally I'll get some in the mail directly from the grocery store. Usually if I haven't been in a while, they will send some. But you used to buy double newspapers on Sunday, which the newspaper would make more money because you wanted the double coupons in the newspaper. The other day I bought a newspaper for my husband's grandmother. It was on a Sunday. She said, hey, go ahead and take the coupons out of it. And it kind of made me chuckle because I was like, there aren't coupons in a newspaper anymore. And she's like, no, there's got to be. It's Sunday. Like, there's coupons in the newspaper. So I had to go through the newspaper and show her there are no coupons in the newspaper on Sunday. And yes, you can still print some coupons online. It's getting harder and harder to do. There are very strict limits on it. And there are some stores that will not accept them. They will not accept printed coupons at some of my local stores. And so again, yes, it's made it harder, but it's also made it easier. It's made it harder to save money in the way of like your extreme couponers from TLC, right? But it's made it easier as in everything is on my phone. It's super easy. It's super reliable. Like, I can have everything lined up in advance. So when I go to the store, all I'm going to do is pull my items, scan my card, and go on down the road. Okay? So you really do have to decide. Like, I don't personally know anyone that still has a problem with using those programs, but I do know that there are a lot of people out there that voice that and say like, I'm not going to have them track my spending. they're already tracking it. And guess what? If you put it on a bank card, your bank's already tracking it. They know you're spending. And guess what? If you put it on a credit card, they're tracking it. They already know you're spending. And also, if you weren't careful in your disclosures that you've read, a lot of those places can sell that information. Maybe not your bank or your credit card, but the companies can sell that data they're collecting. So Kroger, every time I go make a purchase, it goes into their digital cash register system. They can sell that data to their vendors and their clients, which are like the Nabisco of the world, right? So it's out there. It's out there in play anyway, so just go ahead and make it benefit you as the customer. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Make it benefit you. All right, so that's it. That's my 10 ways that you're currently getting ripped off at the grocery store. There are more. Like, right? We could do this all day. For example, if you've paid attention to the news the last few months, there's been a lot of talk about how Kroger has so many items in the store that the shelf tags are wrong and people are getting overcharged at the cash register, about their weekly deals not being in the system correctly, so people are overpaying at the register. And a lot of places are taking away self-checkout, which makes it harder on people who want to sit there and watch the items and make sure that they're ringing up correctly. Because at self-checkout, you can take the time to do that, right? But when you go to a regular check stand, they're just zoop, zoop, zoop. You may be less likely to notice those things. So I've seen a lot of talk on that one. I'm interested to see what's going to come out of that one. But anyways, that's it for today. This video is like 27 minutes long already. So I'm going to leave it there. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I hope you found some of this information useful, and I will see you in the next video.